I'm Sam Raz. I'm the leader of Moonlight, or Moonlight_DSA on Instagram. I've never actually given a speech before, so we'll see how this goes. Thanks. My full name is Samantha Razmowitz, and I'm here to talk to you about what K-pop means to me and what influence it has had on me. So in order for you to understand the full meaning and appreciation that I have for it, I'm gonna take you back to my childhood almost. So I started dancing at the age of 2, and by the age of 5, I was part of the dance studio's competition team. This was in New Jersey, a place no one would really know of. And by the age of 12, I kind of got bored with it. Maybe it's the fact that it was all classical, very ballet influenced, but 12-year-old me was not having it. So instead I went and switched over to theater. Lucky for me, I had not the best singing voice, but I could kind of hold a pitch, and I got in. It was there, when I was expecting to fall in love with the art of theater, that I actually fell in love with the art of performing. You see, there's this sort of, I can only describe it as a buzz around, in the air when you're on stage, when you're backstage, at every single practice, that I knew I always wanted to do it, but just not in the form of theater. I still felt it was a little too boring for my taste. I stuck with theater as it was the only place I could sing and dance, which I loved, so I continued it through high school. It was there when I was following a group called One Direction. You've probably heard about them, but they added one more thing to my ultimate dream. They added the sense of camaraderie and friendship, this idea of being in a group. And I really, really wanted that. I was kind of envious. I'd watch their backstage videos and kind of think I wonder what it's like. It's 5 guys taking on the whole world. I wonder what that would be like. So now I wanted to perform and I wanted to be in a group, but I couldn't say it out loud. It sounded ridiculous. The only sense of performing that you had in high school was musical theater and choir. There wasn't many options. I felt saying that I wanted to be a pop star would be like a kid saying that they want to go to the moon as an astronaut. I thought it sounded silly. And then something happened. I came across a video on YouTube my junior year of high school by the name of Dope by BTS. I was a little hesitant at first. There's a language in the title that I didn't know, didn't even recognize it at the time. And I just clicked on it for fun to see what it's about. 30 seconds into the video, my mind was blown. They had singing, they had dancing, they had rapping, and it was high energy. It was like my ultimate dream was right there in a video in front of my eyes. I was seeing it. A minute into the video, I knew I wanted to do K-pop, or at least the genre of K-pop in some way, one way or another. I had to do it, because it was everything I ever imagined. The last year of high school, I was debating constantly, to myself, not out loud. People would think I'm silly. But I was debating if I wanted to go to Korea. Do I want to try to become a trainee? I researched so many things about which company's best, all these auditions, and I don't know what it was, but something was holding me back. I tried pinpointing it. I tried making up all these things. I was like, I'm too scared to go? Am I scared to leave my family? I tried to figure out what exactly it was that was holding me back, and I couldn't figure it out. So once high school ended, I listened to that voice telling me to stay. I hated myself for it. I thought, there goes my dream. The one thing I've always wanted is just gone now. But standing here in front of you today, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't go. And it sounds a little weird, but let me explain. Something happened. I went to college, and I started training myself. With this idea of K-pop and all that I had learned from K-pop in the past year and a half, I wanted to keep it in my life somehow. It started with the K-pop dance covers. I started learning all the dances that I wanted to, and through that, I was able to kindle my love for the art form of dance. I had lost it over the years, but through K-pop, I got it back. I then started to learn about the digital side of music. See, I thought recording and making all the instrumentals was saved for somebody else on the team. I thought, oh, the singer never does that. Boy, was I wrong. I saw all these idols that write their songs and make every single note in their music meaningful because they are the ones making it and telling their story. And I heard about when they started, they knew nothing. And I heard that they started with nothing. So I said, I have nothing. Why can't I start too? It was in this time of self-training that I came across Born Star Training Center. I was searching for pop vocal lessons in New York City. Their name popped up, and I immediately signed up. It was great. I got to be a student during the week, and then weekends, I got to be a trainee. I got a little taste of what it could be like to be a full-time K-pop trainee in Korea. And I was having the time of my life. And then life threw me a little curveball. Their names were Astrid and Mika. They walked through the doors of Born Star, and Limano saw our similar height and decided that we should become a K-pop cover group for Born Star. I was really, really excited. That team that I saw One Direction have, that sense of camaraderie, I finally could be able to get it. And I got it. I was scared at first. I mean, I didn't know these people, they're strangers, and now I have to do a song with them. Are you kidding? They're both older than me. I was really scared, not fun times. But lucky for us, we all got along, and we're still together today. We had a lot of fun in the beginning, and I'd say after maybe a month of practicing together and getting to know each other, we had a serious talk about our goals. It was then that we made the realization that where we were at in our lives, we weren't actually able to go to Korea and become trainees. For whatever reason that we all had, whether it be finances, family, or even just fear, we couldn't go. But we still wanted to do it, one way or another. So we said, let's do it, but let's do it our way. It was then that I realized I needed to stop seeing K-pop as this end goal, this finish line I needed to cross, but instead see it as a key that's unlocked a door to so many possibilities. I mean, we're 3 girls from 3 different countries that somehow ended up in New York City together. What if we mix in our cultures, speak in different languages during our songs? This is only the start. It's not the end. That was the biggest thing that I had learned over this past summer working with the girls. But the biggest thing I had learned from K-pop was to never give up. I know it's really cheesy to say, never give up, but it's really true. I saw all these K-pop artists and groups, they defied every single odd against them. I mean, BTS is the perfect example of this. They came all the way from South Korea. I'm pretty sure people in America couldn't even point at a map and find South Korea before BTS were here. It's crazy. They came from this country and they're making history all the way in America. And groups are following like NCT, Monsta X, and Blackpink. And if they can defy every single odd against them and be successful here, then I can at least try to chase my dreams. So, what exactly does K-pop mean to me? Well, it has become my inspiration. It has laid this foundation for every single one of my goals and my aspirations. I know that no matter how long it may take me to succeed in those goals, that K-pop is there to kind of guide the way for me, along with the girls. Thank you so much.